These right here failed during a video shoot with a client, so I had to act fast and make a big decision. And that's where these came in. What's up everybody? I'm the Derek Frank, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Maono WM821 dual channel wireless microphones. I know that's a mouthful, so what I really like to call them is the road killers.
It's roadkill.
Order up! Now, I've been using the Rode Wireless Go 2 system pretty much since they came out, and they've been very dependable up until they weren't. So when mine failed on a job with a client, I started to research if anyone else was having the same problem, and sure enough, it's a really big issue that they're having. So I thought I'll contact Rode's customer service and then I'll just get my warranty replacement, wait a little while, and then I'll be fine. Unfortunately, I didn't hear back from Rode for over 3 weeks, so I had to make a decision. I started researching alternate brands and trying to figure out what my best option was going to be, but without spending that big price tag that Rode has on their system. I know that DJI has their mics and everybody seems to really like them, and I'm sure they're great, but I really just didn't want to spend that much money on another set not knowing how they would work for me when I had relied on the Rode for so long. That's when I came across the Maono mics. These mics go for $189 a set, and that set not only comes with 2 separate mics, it also comes with 2 extra plug-in lavs and this amazing charging case. So you've got your receiver, your 2 transmitter or microphones, your 2 lavs, a bunch of other little accessories for $189. The Rode Wireless Go 2 system has been out for several years and they're still $300, and you're not getting any charging case with those, and you're not getting extra lav mics to plug into them. I've been using these out in the field for a while now with clients and for myself, and I'm not seeing any reason for sound quality why the Rode should be $100 more. Now, if we want to talk features on why the Rode might be more than the Maonos, we can definitely do that. The Rode mics feature an internal recording, so if something happens with your camera and your audio doesn't capture, these will capture individually on there. But then you have to sync it up to your video. So if you have an audio problem, you're still gonna have a lot of work to do. You can also use the Rode Wireless Go 2 as an interface for your computer, which is kind of convenient, but honestly, I think most people aren't doing that. The Maonos are great because they're just simple. Plug into your camera and they're ready to go. They have a lot of the same features that the Rode have, where you can either make them a stereo channel or 2 mono channels. So if you wanna have mic 1 and mic 2 separate, you can do that. One thing that the Maono have that the Rode don't have is they have a low cut feature built into the microphone. All you have to do is hit one button. It's super great, and it eliminates a lot of that low frequency background noise, like a lot of the air conditioning and low rumbling of jet engines and things like that. So it's really convenient to have that. My other biggest complaint with the Rode system is that the buttons are confusing. So if you just want to quiet it down and drop the dB a little bit on the Rode or raise them or anything like that, I'm always finding that I'm messing up the buttons and then I'm unpairing them, and then I've got a really big problem. With the Maonos, it's just a single button push, so it makes it very simple, and when you're out in the field and you're trying to rush through things, simple is great. I've also tested the range on these and haven't had any difference between these and the Rode. You know, if I need like 100 feet or so, I'm confident that these aren't going to have any interference issue. The Maono, of course, feature a microphone input, so if you want to use that lav mic, which is included, you can do that. The Rode has that feature, but they don't include the extra lav. Now here's my #1 pro for the Maono microphones. On the receiver that plugs into your camera, there's a headphone output. Rode's not the only one that doesn't have a headphone output, and a lot of cameras on the market, like my Panasonic G85, which is my trusty run and gun camera that I'm using right now, doesn't have a headphone out built into it. So I have to have something that I can hear my audio for reference. Now I do have a reference monitor that goes from the HDMI raw out of my camera into that, and then I can monitor the audio there. But there is latency. Since there's about a second delay, it gets pretty confusing if I'm not using headphones that are really isolated, whereas these are direct. I can't begin to tell you how convenient it has been to have the headphone jack on this microphone system. It has saved me multiple times, and it's given me that peace of mind and confidence that my audio is at the right level and sounding good, and that I don't have to worry about doing a bunch of fixing in post. Now let's talk about the charging case. This is a great magnetic charging case that it comes with. And Maono says that you can run these for about 20 hours between the charging case and the microphones. They also say that you can charge the microphones and the receiver 2.5 times just with the case not even being plugged in. I absolutely believe that. I'm yet to come anywhere near running out of batteries on these. I had these out on an 8-hour shoot and they were still going pretty strong. And then I, just threw them into the case, and by the time I opened the case again, everything was charged. Super convenient. I know you can buy things like this for the road, but you're looking at another 60 bucks, and it's a third-party source. So then if you add that value, plus having to get extra lav mics, you're well over $200 more than what you'd spend on these Maonos. And if the only thing that you're not getting with these is internal recording and an interface mode, it's just not worth the extra money to me. Especially if the Rode Wireless Go 2 system and their other systems are known to fail. I actually find myself using the built-in microphone more than using the lav because it sounds really great. It's an omnidirectional mic and it has really good noise canceling built into it. It also includes the little fuzzy screens for them, so if you want to have that wind muffling, you can do that. I don't really need that too often, but if I am outside, sometimes I'll need to throw it on there, and it works exactly like the Rode system. You just push it on there and turn it, and it clicks in place. You don't have to worry about it falling off. And the last thing that makes these really great is just a single button mute. Super simple, and it has 3 indicator lights on it, so you know when it's muted, you know when you have your low cut filter on there, and you know when it's on. Really great concept rather than having just 2 lights on there. I would love to hear everybody's opinions on what they think of these microphones, and if there's a microphone that you prefer, I'd love to put these against them. These, I can't say enough great things. For $189 and the quality you're getting and all of the features, I don't see why anybody would buy the Rode stuff anymore. Now, I use my Rode Wireless Go 2 system as my backup, and my Maono mics as my number 1. My one complaint with the Maono is that this big logo right here. That can easily be fixed with a little bit of gaff tape. That's usually what I do with client work. I don't like to have a big logo when I'm doing client stuff. For my own stuff, I don't really care because I really like these and I want everybody to know that I like them. But that is one thing that I would change. I would just make just a plain front. I know that the Rode have their logo, DJI has their logo, most companies probably do. But this one's pretty big, and since it's like kind of a glossy material, it really sticks out on camera because you can kind of see like when it hits certain points of the light, my key light up here, it kind of flashes. But if that's my only complaint, these things still get 5 stars from me. Absolutely amazing microphones. I can't recommend them enough. And if you want to buy them, I've got my links down below, right down here. And those help out the channel. Those are my affiliate marketing links. It's not a lot, but it does help me out, help support this channel, keep me going a little bit more, buy me a candy bar, something like that. As always, thank you guys so much. If you have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comments below. And until next time, you have a good one.